What's up, guys? Rick here with my top 5 sleepers for this week's Sony Open. So these are golfers a little bit further down the board, maybe a little bit cheaper on DraftKings that I may be interested in. Don't forget, join me on Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern Time on the Rick Run Good YouTube channel. We'll do a Sony Open live chat for questions and answers, along with ownership projection updates, all that good stuff. We can talk through it all on Wednesday. And then Wednesday evening, 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time, it is the Jock Market Power Hour, that very important hour around the close of IPO. If you are into stock market DFS like I am, we're playing on Jock Market, and we will see you Wednesday night. But for now, let's hop into this week's sleepers. First and foremost, Russell Henley. He's 35-1. He is $8,700 on DraftKings. I don't even know if he counts as a sleeper considering he's won this event before, but this is just your reminder that Russell Henley's back in the field. This is his first event in 2021, and of all golfers in this field, Russell Henley ranks number 1 in strokes gained approach since the tour restarted in the summertime. So think about that. A guy who is notorious for his ball striking, his ability to get hot, a guy who has won here before. He's back at it. And I think with, 4 weeks off, essentially, there might be a lot of names that we forget about. And Russell Henley might be one of them because he's priced in a way that there are golfers who have a bit more recent form, or at least recent results, I should say, like a Sergio Garcia or a Kevin Kisner or Adam Scott or Ryan Palmer. So don't overlook Russell Henley. I don't know if he counts as a sleeper, but this is your reminder that he is back in the field in 2021. Brendon Todd is 55-1 to win the Sony Open. He is $8,200 on DraftKings, and you're going to see a trend this week, an emphasis on golfers who are able to hit these narrow fairways ideally, and then guys who can get hot with the flat stick. And you don't need to be long at Waialae because it's a short course, a 7,000-yard par 70. So we've seen some of these shorter, more accurate type players win at this event, and Brendon Todd certainly fits that mold. He and Webb Simpson were the worst 2 drivers of the golf ball last week at Kapalua, but if you watch the Monday video, I made a case for Webb Simpson that I think does apply to Brendon Todd as well. Webb Simpson and Brendon Todd, they're not good off the tee, and it just gets really magnified at places like Kapalua if everything doesn't go right. So to see Brendon Todd lose 5 strokes off the tee, it's jarring, but I'm not sure how surprising it was. He gained strokes on approach, he gained strokes around the green, and then of course he rolled the rock beautifully and in strokes gained putting, gained over 5 strokes. He was the 5th best putter in the field. That's the model that we are going to see from Brendon Todd moving forward, and Waialae should lean into his skill set much more than Kapalua did. Next up, Sebastian Munoz. That's right, $7,800, 66-1 to win this golf tournament. And I've already spent a lot of oxygen this week on Sebastian Munoz, and I'm going to continue to. It's just so interesting what he did last week at Kapalua, and it's something that you don't ever really see. He goes out, he shoots 2 over par in the opening round, and then he's the 2nd best player in the field over the course of the next 54 holes. He plays him at 18 under par. The only guy better is Joaquin Niemann, who ends up losing in a playoff to Harris English. So Munoz climbs all the way back, finishes in a tie for 17th. If he can keep that momentum rolling, those good vibes outside of his Thursday round, he is certainly in play to contend this week. He's won on the PGA Tour before one time. He won the Sanderson Farm. So looking for that validation, that second win. And with a full field event, we're injecting a lot of young names, a lot of guys who haven't played competitively in a while. I like leaning on some of these golfers who did tee it up at the Plantation course last week. Sebastian Munoz certainly one who played well over the last 54 holes, and he has my full attention at $7,500 and 66-1. Cameron Davis. He is 135 to 1 to win this golf tournament. He's 7,200. And everything that I've been saying about how there's a style to play this course, throw it out the window, because Cam Davis is going to try the other approach, the bomb and gouge approach, the approach that just relies on your full skill set, your raw talent, and you see what happens. Now, Cam Davis has been a bit of a concern when he's gotten in contention recently. The Wyndham Championship, I think he was the 36-hole leader, kind of coughed that up. It was ugly over the course of the weekend. He ended up finishing in a tie for 15th, but he got more comfortable with it recently when he finished in the top 10 at the Sanderson Farms, and Waialae is a place that he's notched a top 10 at. He finished 9th last year. So this is raw talent. This is buying in on a guy that I think has a lot of upside that we haven't seen in like 4 or 5 weeks, trying to put it all together. A lot of unknowns in the first full field event, and I think Cameron Davis can certainly make some noise and can present himself on the first page of the leaderboard. I was thinking about saving the last spot for Brian Gay, and I was going to go through the whole thing about how there's like 3 really good courses for him every year, and one of them is here, which is all true, but I'm going to go with Doug Ghim. He is 175 to 1 to win this golf tournament. He's $6,900 on DraftKings, and what we're seeing from Ghim is a steady maturity in his game, right? Remember, he was at the Korn Ferry Finals, I guess that was like 2 years ago at this point. And he makes that putt on the final hole to secure his PGA Tour card. And then, of course, 2020 kind of gets derailed for him and everybody else. But the 2021 season has been a pretty good start for Ghim. He's played 6 times. He has 5 top 25 finishes. No, I was right the first time. 4 top 25 finishes. He missed 1 cut at Corrales Punta Cana, and he finished 46th at Mayakoba in his last start. And the way he plays is also interesting, right? He has shown in a smaller sample size here in 2021 in the measured events that ball striking has been a strong suit of his. So I think we continue to see the maturity for Doug Ghim. That fire when he gets in contention, I think, is all stuff that he can glean on. And I think that this is an opportunity for him to secure some FedEx Cup points, secure some dollars early in the 2021 calendar year that will propel him hopefully to securing his spot for next season on the PGA Tour as well. So Doug Ghim, someone to keep an eye on at a really flat course. This should play well into Doug Ghim's hands. There you go. 5 sleepers to consider for this week's Sony Open. Join me Wednesday for 2 live chats on the Rick Run Good YouTube channel. I hope you enjoy. Best of luck this week. Later.